can be, and I hate to say this, more effective than your opponent standing up there to get the majority of the votes versus a Republican? What will get you elected next November?
A great question, and I think we've always had this discussion as far as our primaries, good for our party. And Aneesh and I are friends, and we're obviously competitive, but we're really getting to travel around and listen to a lot of people. So, at the end of the day, whoever comes out of this, we're all going to get behind that person. We're definitely going to be behind Terry McAuliffe. The last thing that we need is Mr. Cuccinelli in Richmond. And so that we've got to look at the overall picture. And again, primaries are difficult. Difficult for us, difficult for you all, because you have to kind of pick sides. But we'll move forward. That's part of the process. And I really think that makes for good democracy. The answer to your question, and I appreciate it. And we talked earlier about how can we build businesses here in Virginia. How can we attract businesses, retain good people. And I think something that we haven't mentioned yet, and it's the assault on women's reproductive health care. We need to make Virginia a friendly place for women to live and work. They need to have equal salaries for men. But I have watched in the last 2 years, and again, this is why we're so passionate about being able to break that tie, to keep this agenda that has rolled into Richmond. But there's really, when you think about it, we have the ultrasound bill that put us on the late night comedy shows. We have the personhood bill. We have the trap laws. I have been in the trenches fighting against all those. But at the end of the day, there should not be a group of legislators, most of whom are men, by the way, telling women what they should and shouldn't be doing with their bodies. That's got to stop. And so the answer to your question, that's really probably, as I go around the Commonwealth and listen to people, that's on a lot of people's minds. We don't need to make Virginia the laughing stock, and we need to treat women with respect. The other thing is the gay and lesbian issue. We should not be discriminating against people here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. Again, about being a Democrat, we have a big tent, and we welcome everybody under our tent, and so it's all about equality for me. And so those are two very important issues as far as when we go around the Commonwealth listening and talking to people that will help us as Democrats be elected in November.
Thank you. And I absolutely concur with Ralph about these very important issues. The way I look at this, I basically ask the question, will my family feel comfortable living and growing here and caring for me as I age? That basically is the question that I'm posing when I meet with people around the Commonwealth. There's a lot of discussion about opportunity and where the bills are in the short run, but it's all a question of, is this the place that I'm going to stay home in my family? And the way I look at that is, there's a difference of ideology in the two parties, and the best way I could think of it is, for whatever reason, the Republican Party this cycle has decided fixed pie thinking, that there's a limited amount of success and we're going to pit each other against each other. So if you're gay and lesbian, you shouldn't have a piece of it, or women, you can't be equal in this battle, or if you're an immigrant or a minority, somehow we're going to make it harder for you, because a fixed pie thinking means that basically whatever limited benefits there are, we got to keep it for ourselves. That's a terrible vision for Virginia's future. We believe in expanding the pie, making smart investments so that pie grows and creates opportunity for all. That's the story of the Virginia way that Governor Kane and Governor Warner so powerfully led us through. And the conclusion I take from this is that Virginians, by and large, have great pride. We are the birthplace of American democracy. We are home of our nation's presidents. We have been the success factor over the last 50 years. We feel great about us leading the way. There's an angst that we've lost that. The greatest in our society don't stay great because they talk about being great. They stay great because they focus on the right things. And that angst is what I'm hearing out in the field. Here's some math. Make it very crystal clear as to how the Democratic ticket overall wins. And I feel very confident this is the year we will. When Mark Warner was elected, he had attracted about 84% of the Al Gore vote. When Governor Kane was elected, he had attracted about 72% of the John Kerry vote. And when Creed Deeds ran, he had only attracted 39% of the Obama vote. So mathematically, we got to go north of 39, we're probably going to be south of 72. But if we can inspire the 2012 coalition, who fell off? Younger voters, minorities, and new Americans, immigrants. If we can turn out the 2012 coalition by reminding them of what's at stake in this election, we're going to be successful. Thank you so much.